What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the videos or the channel, whatever, my name is Mo and this is my channel, Mo Nation. So hence the name. But all right, let's get to the video. So what y'all gonna see me doing in this video is the correction and coating on this G8. We're gonna be finishing it up. The video before this was the prepping of it, and if you watch that video, you know that the paint was in really bad condition, really rough. So make sure you go check that video out as well. So right now, what y'all gonna see me doing is I had to do a little bit of wet sanding, and I think I did 2,000 to 3,000 grit or 3,000 to 5,000 grit. I know it wasn't like crazy aggressive or anything. There's just some spots that he wanted me to take care of. Now the back of the G8, as y'all see, the emblems that he had debadged it already, and every time you debadge most cars, you still kind of see where it was, and sometimes you gotta do like a little compound and a polish on it. Now since I have a G8, I already know the best thing to do is just go ahead and wet sand it a little bit and then compound and polish it and be done with it, because I did the exact same thing with my G8 where I compounded a couple of times. So instead of just seeing if it would just come out with a compound and polish, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a little wet sand and then compound and polish. That way I don't have to worry about all that. Now, I use a different combination of pad. I'm gonna use F6 as my, my correcting for the whole correction of the vehicle. But I did use different pads throughout the whole vehicle and tested new things out. So what I want y'all to do is, for a one-step correction, tell me what is your favorite pad and polish combo. Right now, I've been using a lot of Kashkini F6, and in this video, I'm going to be using a Eurofiber pad, also a microfiber cutting pad, and then the yellow Rupes pad. I was just trying new things out. So let me know, what is your favorite combo for a one-step correction that seems to kind of get the job done? Comment down below. All right, so what you see right now is basically I did a test spot at the top of this panel. So you can see that the top portion of it has more clarity. It's just better all the way around. Clear, barely any defects. And then when I go down, you just look how the light does. You can barely even see the light. You don't really see no type of reflection. It was bad, and it's kind of hard to tell within the video because of the color of the car. So if the car was a little darker, it would be easier to tell, but it was a big difference. So like I said, I'm trying out different pad combinations with the F6. Normally I just use a yellow Rupes pad. This time I use a Buff and Shine microfiber cutting pad. Now when like I said, I was just trying it out, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use this pad, but it's probably gonna cause some type of hazing because it's a microfiber pad. Maybe, because like if I use like a wool pad or something like that with H9, it's aggressive, you'll see it start causing some hazing. Obviously you gotta go back over it and polish it. So I figured it's probably gonna cause a little bit of hazing or whatever. I'll come back over with some N3 or F, whatever it is, the light polish. And honestly, I was really impressed, because I was like, it took out, I want to say 80%, 85, maybe 90 in some places. And it worked great. I have like 3 or 4 of those pads. I just picked those pads up, just 2, from Buff Detailing Supply here in San Antonio. And that's my first time using it to do like a one-step with. And like I said, it didn't leave any type of markings or anything behind, no hazing, no nothing. So I end up actually using that combination with F6, that pad and F6 together, for a majority of the car. Now I do switch it up in certain places, but for the majority of the car, that's what I use. But yeah, so that worked great. So the hood, the driver's side fender, front bumper had a lot of holograms. The car has been repainted and it looks great. Like, it's really hard to tell. You can tell a little bit, but it is probably the best job I've seen so far when it comes to like repainting some parts on the car. Now, one thing I never understand, and maybe somebody on here can explain it to me, is why body shops will leave holograms in the paint like that. I've seen it on multiple occasions, not like I said, not just this time, but I've seen it on multiple occasions where somebody had to have something repainted or whatever, and it has a lot of it. You can see exactly the buffing trails or holograms, whatever you want to call it. Now this one, it was easy to get out, just a little polish. So I used F6 yellow roof press pad. Holograms came out, that was no issue. It really didn't have any crazy defects besides those holograms. I really like using the Kashkimi line of polishes and the compound. The only thing I say I don't like is that sometimes it does dust up too much. It can be annoying when it comes to like the cleanup phase of things and having to blow it off. And y'all gonna see how I kind of took care of that later in the video. But other than that, I really love the Kashkimi because it comes off super easy. Even if you using this stuff like in sunlight, if you use an H9 in sunlight, like you can wipe it off like it ain't nothing. Compared to some of the other polishes out there, it can be a little hard getting some of them off. So that's just my opinion on it. It always does this. This is a normal thing. My G8 did this. Every G8 I worked on, the roof or whatever you want to call it, ends up fading out like that. I don't know why just that portion of the car does that, but everyone I've seen pretty much does that. Now, if you're watching this, you got a G8, the best thing to do is either one, wrap it. Two, if your roof start doing that, you can restore it back to like having gloss. You probably have to do like a compound and polish, or do what you'll see me doing in this video. After you restore it back to having, you know, that glossy look, the best thing to do is to put some type of coating on it and make sure you spray some type of sealant or something and keep up with it so it doesn't start doing that again. Now, for this G8, what I'm doing is using a Eurofiber pad. I was just trying it out, and I'm still using F6. And as you all can see, like I got some really great results. So I was honestly surprised with the results I got, because the goal was to do this all in one step, everything in one step. So the last G8 I compounded and polished the top. This one, like I said, the goal was to do it in one step. And honestly, I was really happy with the results I got with doing that one step with the Eurofiber pad and F6. So that's what I did throughout the whole thing. So like I said before, sometimes Kashkimi, some of the stuff can dust up a little bit more than what I like. And sometimes it can make the cleaning up phase of things a hassle. I mean, I can come in with a blow gun or whatever and blow it off, but sometimes it's in the cracks and crevices and stuff, and it's just annoying. So for this G8 and probably for the next couple ones that I do, I just went ahead and did like a quick wash on it, which that way I can get into the grill and all these cracks and crevices with the pressure washer and get all the stuff out and make sure everything is great before I proceed to the next step of coating it and all that good stuff. So what you see me doing in the video right now, don't be like me, put gloves on, okay? I'm just saying it, but y'all know, don't be like me, put gloves on. Now, the trim was looking really faded. So I was like, you know what? I need to put something on here. And I had some stuff that I've been testing out. So what I'm putting on there is the ceramic trim coat by Cerakote. Now, I've been testing this out. I tested it out on another client's car. Every chance I get, I've just been trying to test it out mainly on vehicles that I do like a maintenance type of thing, so I can kind of see how long it holds up. Now, I believe you're gonna get about 3 to 6 months of protection, maybe even more out of it. I haven't even seen what it was rated for, but what I can tell y'all is about 3 or 4 months ago, I did a client's car, and I take care of that car pretty like sometimes every 3 weeks, sometimes every month, sometimes every other month. It's been about 3 or 4 months, and that stuff is still on there. It's still looking like a satin black. It's not faded anymore, and they have to trim all at the bottom, that type of stuff, a lot of plastic. So this stuff actually really impressed me, and that's why I say I think you're gonna get about 3 to 6 months. I don't really know what it's rated for. I didn't even read into that. But the next one I'm gonna try out is Solution Finish. That one is more so like a dye, but I really So what I'm using is a 1 year, I'm not really sure if it maybe it's a sealant or coating. I'm just gonna call it a coating. So 1 year coating, you can stack it, so you can put 2 layers, I only did 1. And it's super easy to apply. So you put it on, wait 10 minutes of it sitting on the surface, you're gonna see it start doing like a rainbow. After 10 minutes is up, you go ahead and buff it off. I was able to do half that hood all at once, the whole fender, and moved on to the door, plus some, and so on and so on. So it's really easy, really forgiving. You really can't mess it up. Now, a lot of y'all ask me like, okay, what coatings are you using or whatever, and I never say what coatings I'm using. One, I don't want to advertise those companies, to be honest with you. Not saying that bad companies, I just don't want to advertise them. Number two, I don't want y'all to feel like y'all got to go get the very same coating that I'm using. That's another thing. Because the thing is, like, I may be using DPC, I may be using Max Shine, and then a couple of videos later, I may be onto a whole different coating, which is what's happening now. This particular coating is a DPC 1 year. I've used the 3 years, I've used the 6 years. I've also used Max Shine, which is in the next video. And then I've also used Crystal Center Light, and I've also used System X. Now I'm about to try out SBS, graphene coating, which is a 3 to 5 year. And then I also signed up with SB3, which they have multiple coatings, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 7 year, and I think a 9 year. So those last two, SBS and SB3, are professional coatings. Is there a difference between professional and consumer? Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest with you. But professional sounds better. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not saying you have to go get those, but that's the ones I'm probably gonna be sticking with, because I wanted a coating that not everybody can get. And those two, the SBS, I'm the only person in San Antonio right now that signed up with them. And then for the SB3, I'm like number 2. There's one other person in San Antonio that signed up with them. Now, if too many people start getting them, I'm gonna go with a whole different company. I just want something that's a little bit more exclusive that I can offer to my customers, and it just sound better, to be honest with you. And maybe I'll make a video going in more and talking about it more and explaining more, so I can understand it from my side of things. But all the coatings I named are great coatings. So the very last thing that I did was the exhaust tips. As y'all can see, dramatic change. That was dramatic. That surprised me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I didn't know it was gonna come out like that. But listen, y'all about to see the results, and to me, big difference. Big difference. So comment down below. The G8s are like my favorite ones to do corrections and coatings on, because I have a G8, and sometimes when I'm finished with a G8, I'm like, damn, I wish my car looked like that. But some of my favorite cars. So comment down below, what is your favorite car that you like to work on, whether it's interior, exterior, correction, coating, whatever. What's your favorite car you like to work on, that you find a lot of pleasure just working on that car? Let me know what coatings you like to use as well, if you are correcting and coating that vehicle. So thank y'all for watching. I hope you have had a great day. Let me know how I did, bro. Let me know. So I'll see y'all on the next one. Stay tuned. So watch to the end of the video. You'll know exactly what car is coming up next. So that's how I know if you watch the end of the video. See y'all soon.
You want me by your side, like all the time. You want my love.